Discipline equals freedom. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline equals freedom. This is a statement, and I think it's the name of the book by Jocko Willink. And I already know I mispronounced the fuck out of it, but if you're interested in the book, I've never read it, or interested in the guy, just look up discipline equals freedom. You'll see. So this statement seems very paradoxical. I mean, you're telling me to self-restrain myself, and that's freedom? Really? Like, are you fucking stupid? Are you out of your mind? Come on, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying? You're telling me that if I don't go around and eat all kinds of foods and jerk off to porn whenever I want and just do whatever I want and be free, you're telling me if I stop doing all of that, then I'll be free? No, you're not making sense. You're not making logical sense to my mind. So the statement is paradoxical because self-restraint, essentially discipline, is self-restraint. And self-restraint equals freedom. Well, it's a paradoxical statement, but your logical mind doesn't like paradox because it likes to see everything in terms of, precise cause and effect. But paradox is the nature of everything. And yes, the statement is paradoxical. It is a paradox. But let me explain my perspective on it. If I restrain myself from eating all this delicious, mouth-watering, dopamine-inducing foods that are out there, the junk food that is out there, if I am not free to go and eat these foods when I want to eat them, and I restrain myself, then perhaps at a smaller level, I am taking away some of my freedom of choice to choose to eat this delicious, mouth-watering, dopamine-inducing foods. But on a higher level, I'm gaining the freedom to free up the energy in my body, to free up the energy in my mind, because I know just through eating these foods how they affect me. And I know when I eat them and when I don't eat them, I'm a different person. I'm thinking clearer, my body's better, my conversations are smoother, I'm genuinely more nicer to people, So now, by restraining myself from eating these foods, I gain a higher freedom, which is the freedom to be the best version of myself, the most optimized version of myself. And that, to me, is the highest level of freedom. The highest level of freedom is to be as authentic as you can possibly be. And yes, everything is connected. The food you eat affects the authenticity of your expression to the universe. You see, because the food you eat affects your energy in a certain way, you're not this human organism. You're not what you think, like you think of yourself as a person. No, you are a collection of organisms. You have more bacteria cells than human cells inside of you. So you're kind of coexisting with other organisms, and bacteria being one of them. And you have like way more bacteria cells in your something like 10 to 1. Ridiculous ratio. 10 more bacteria cells than human cells. Ridiculous. So you understand that I gotta be nice to these creatures that are coexisting with my human cells. And so you decide to feed them good food, treat them well, take them out for dinner, wine every now and then, right? But overall, keeping it clean. And in return, you feel better, you feel greater, you feel more expansive, you feel more energy, you feel more energetic, you feel more alive. And now you have this amazing freedom, energetic freedom, let's say. All that stored up energy inside of you that's been just boggled down by years of eating shitty junk food that is giving you instant gratification, but ultimately making you a miserable person. All that energy is freed up now. And now you can get up and you can go and kick some ass in your sport, right? If you're eating junk food, you ain't making it. Like, you don't have the freedom to be the best you can be in your sport, let's say. You don't have the freedom. You want the freedom to be the best possible athlete you can be, then you have to restrain yourself from eating certain foods. And all top athletes know this, right? They have very strict diets and guidelines to follow. And you can't even afford not to, because automatically your performance will go down. So you gotta pick and choose which freedom do you want. Do you want the smaller freedom, the lower freedom, let's say, which is the freedom to choose to eat these foods? And I'm using food as an example here, right? That's one freedom. That's one type of freedom, yes. But there's a higher freedom. And I personally would always choose that higher freedom over everything else, right? And another thing, let's talk about cold showers here, you know. By restraining yourself, by disciplining yourself, by not allowing yourself the freedom not to take cold showers, meaning like you tell yourself every morning there's a cold shower to be taken, and you don't even have freedom. Like, there's self-discipline, there's restraint there. It's like, I don't have a choice, you know. That's how I feel. I feel I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. In my mind, I don't have a choice. I don't have. So in a way, I'm not free. I'm not free. I'm a fucking slave to the cold shower. I'm a slave to the fucking, to the cold tub. I'm a slave to it. Yeah, I'm a fucking slave. I don't have freedom. Think I have freedom not to turn it on? No, I don't. It's because I restrained myself. I disciplined myself every morning cold shower, right? So I kind of lost a lower freedom there, which is the freedom not to take a cold shower if I don't feel like it. But what is the higher freedom? The higher freedom is the fucking cocaine-like energy that I get every single morning from taking a cold shower. I mean, there is a pre-cold shower Saeed version every morning, and there's a post-cold shower version of Saeed. And I really like the post version a lot more. And this is the post version is the one making this video, going all fucking crazy with his gestures and energy. Well, it's this thing gives me so much energy, right? So I gain the higher freedom to be more expressive, to be more energetic, to make these videos, because I have the energy, I have the mental clarity to speak, I have the mental clarity to put words together and make it explode out into the camera very comfortably, very authentically, because my state of consciousness is elevated as a result of having this self-restraint, this habit of taking cold shower every single morning. I have a higher freedom now. I fucking get up and I make videos. You know, after cold showers, I make videos. I have so much energy. I have the freedom to share my gift to the world. I have the freedom to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And then eventually I have the freedom to fucking travel the world, to have millions of people, right? To host big events because of these small little things that I would do every day, of which one of them being restraining myself, taking a cold shower every morning. You see? Let's talk about another example here. We'll finish off with this one, because I don't want this video to be too long. Fasting, intermittent fasting, right? This is one of the more difficult ones. For some people, maybe cold shower will be more difficult. For others, fasting, you know. But fasting, intermittent fasting is one of those very difficult habits, especially when you're first starting out. Your body adapts after, but when you're starting out, it's difficult, right? Your body is used to eating 3, 4, 5 meals a day, and you're used to getting up, and you've been brainwashed by media to think that breakfast is the most important meal, and your body has adapted to 20 years of it. Let's say you've been doing it. So, you know, it's difficult in the beginning. And then you can choose, you can make the choice that, hey, I'm going to restrain myself for 16 to 24 hours every day to eat either like once or twice, restrict my eating window. And I'm going to make that as a conscious lifestyle choice. And I'm going to discipline myself. I'm going to do whatever it takes to adjust my body to it. And when I'm feeling hungry during the fast, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing my thing in life. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to go, I'm going to push through the workout, right? Well, so by restraining yourself, the freedom to open your fridge and put in food whenever you want, right? By restraining yourself from that, your immune system is boosted. Your immunity, your body's ability to fight off infections, to fend off foreign invaders, is greatly enhanced because it's the natural way of your body, right? Your immunity is greatly enhanced. So you're getting sick less, you're getting fatigued less, you're thinking clearer, you're thinking better. Again, now you free up all this energy inside of you that's been suppressed, and this energy can go out there and can, using its will, do its thing, right? Can just go and make your music because you have more energy, and do what you need to do. You know, get your work done, get your school work done. Well, there's the higher freedom. There's the lower freedom, there's the higher freedom. And by restraining yourself, by disciplining yourself, if you meditate, right? I've been disciplining myself lately to meditate at least 1 hour every day, at least. And I'm trying to take it to 1.5 hours. I'm like hour 20 so far. Last 7 days, I've been disciplining myself. I haven't meditated today, but I will. Every day I have to meditate for an hour and a half. Minimum hour if I'm having a really busy day. It has to be at least an hour. And guess what? Man, am I feeling the benefits of that discipline, that I'm disciplining myself to sit down and just meditate. Boy, I'll tell you something. Things are flowing a lot better in my life. And I find myself in states of bliss at random times. You know, I've been having the best dreams as of late, the best sleep. It's incredible. My productivity has gone up. My consciousness has gone up. And as a result of disciplining myself, of sitting down and meditating, the ability to just sit there and do nothing, like that develops so much willpower. So then I'm like, I could do whatever the fuck. After every time I finish my meditation session, I'm like, I got this will. I do whatever the fuck I want. I sat here for an hour. It's blissful. I love it. I actually look forward for it. I'll do anything. I'll set my mind for it right now. I'll do it. I'll do it. You know? So that's what you gain out of discipline, right? That's what you gain out of discipline. You lose the lower freedoms, lower forms of freedom that are really just prisons. Prisons for your mind, prisons for your soul, prisons for your body, prisons for your consciousness, these lower freedoms. And you gain the higher freedoms, right? That's what it's all about for me. That's what it's all about for me, right? So that's my little rant about discipline, okay? I know it's a very difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. It's one of the most difficult things for people, because if everybody was disciplined, then the world would be a better place. If everybody disciplined themselves, it's a big problem. Discipline is a huge problem because temptations are all over. They're all around us, right? At all times. You know, like you hear about Buddha when he meditated under the tree, the Bodhi tree. He tells you how he was tempted by the world. Jesus in the desert, right? Had to go through the temptations. But discipline got them through, and boom. That frees up your consciousness, frees up your soul, frees you up to just be. To be in the moment and to be your most authentic self, and allow the Tao, allow the force, allow the way to express itself as purely and as authentically as humanly and Taoistically possible through you. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys, and I'm disciplined to keep making 2 videos a day. That's another thing for me. I am disciplined. I am not stopping. I am not stopping. I don't care. I don't care. 2 videos every day until we take this channel to 1 million subscribers. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. That's the kind of freedom discipline gets you. You know you're gonna fucking achieve your goals because you have the discipline. You have what it takes to do it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes. So subscribe.